All right, let's talk about something you probably use every single day, maybe dozens of times, without even really thinking about it: the search engine. You ever get that feeling that your search engine is, well, reading your mind? You type in just a couple of words and boom, it finishes your thought. And the results? They're freakishly on point. It really does feel like magic, doesn't it? So, what's really going on there?
Well, spoiler alert, it's not magic. But what it is an absolutely incredible piece of technology. So let's go ahead and pull back that digital curtain to see how this whole thing actually works. Okay, so first things first, let's get into the nitty gritty. How on earth does a search engine dig through literally the entire internet and find what you want in a split second? The easiest way to think about it is like this. Picture the internet as the biggest library you could ever imagine. I'm talking billions and billions of books, posters, pages, just a massive chaotic collection of stuff. Your search engine? That's your own personal, super fast robot librarian. And this robot librarian has a three-step system. First, there's crawling. It sends out these little programs, people call them internet spiders, that just constantly visit websites to see what's out there and what's new. Step two is indexing. All the information those spiders find gets saved and organized in a giant database, kind of like a huge digital brain. And then the third step is ranking. When you type something in, it sorts through that giant brain and puts what it thinks are the most helpful pages right at the top for you. And the craziest part? This all happens in like less than a second. It's wild. Okay, but that third step, ranking, that's where the real secret sauce is. How in the world does it decide what's helpful? Why do some results always seem to pop up first? So, how does it rank a page? Well, a really big piece of the puzzle is something called the PageRank algorithm. You can think of it like a popularity contest. It looks at how many other good, reputable websites are linking to a specific page. But that's just one clue out of, get this, over 200. It's also asking questions like, is this site trustworthy? Is the info on it actually easy to understand? How many other people visit it? Is it a safe and secure site? It's like this super complex recipe to figure out what's relevant. And it's not just looking at the pages, it's also trying to figure out you. It's trying to guess your search intent, the why behind what you typed. For instance, are you trying to know something, like a fact? Or maybe you want to go somewhere, like finding a pizza place near you. Maybe you need to do something, like getting help with a task. Or, of course, you might be looking to buy something. The words you use are the clues it uses to figure this out. And this is where it starts to feel a little bit like mind reading. It's not just about the words you're typing right now. The search engine also looks at your personal signals, things like your search history and your physical location, to fine-tune those results and make them even more specific to you. Okay, so we've got this amazingly powerful, complex system, and it's completely free to use. That kind of makes you wonder, right? What's the catch? How are these companies making money? Well, I'm sure this has happened to you. Let's say you search for a new pair of football boots. And then, for the rest of the day, it feels like every single website you visit is showing you ads for those exact boots. Yeah? Sounds pretty familiar, right? That's not a coincidence, and it's definitely not magic. That is targeted advertising. That's the business model. Search engines use the data from your searches to show you ads they think you're going to be interested in. And these ads show up right there in your search results. The key is to know how to spot them. Just look for a little label that says ad or sponsored, and they're almost always right at the top. It's really important to remember, these are paid spots. A company paid to be there. It doesn't mean it's the best or most accurate answer to what you were looking for. Okay, so now that we've pulled back the curtain, we know how it works. And that means we can make it work for us. So let's talk about how you can take control and become a truly smart searcher. Just look at the difference here. If you type in something super vague, like tigers, well, the search engine doesn't have much to go on. But if you type in something specific, like tiger habitat facts for kids, you're going to get way better results, way faster. That little change makes all the difference. And it's the foundation of what we're going to call the SMART framework. Let's break that down. So, S is for search carefully. This is all about giving the search engine better clues. Don't just use one word. Try a full question, or add little helpers like for kids or facts to really zero in on what you need. Next up, M is for make sure it's safe. This is a quick check you can do. Always look for that little padlock icon right next to the website link. That's a good sign.
And if you land on a page that's just exploding with pop-up ads, yeah, that's probably a good time to just hit the back button.
Then we have A, which stands for always check more than one source. It's so easy to just click the very first link and assume it's right, but the best answer isn't always at the top. A really smart searcher will open up 2 or 3 different sites to see if the information lines up. R is for recognize adverts. We already talked about this, but it's so important it's worth repeating. Keep your eyes peeled for those ad or sponsored labels. Remember, an ad's job is to sell you something, not to give you the most neutral, factual information. And last but not least, T is for take care with your personal info. This is probably the most important rule of being online. Just don't type your name, your school, your address, or any passwords into random websites, period. All right, and here are a few last super smart tips for you. First, read those little text snippets under the links before you click. It'll save you a ton of time. Second, check the website ending. Things like .gov or .org are usually pretty reliable. Third, turn on the safe search setting in your browser. And the most important one of all, if something online ever feels wrong, confusing, or even a little scary, just tell an adult. So there you have it. The magic is really just an incredible system that's constantly crawling, indexing, and ranking pretty much all of human knowledge in a fraction of a second. Now you know the secrets behind it. The big question is, how are you going to use that knowledge to make it work for you?